welcome back to the channel. It's been about a week since we got the ground effects done. I did some touch up on them. The front's done. All of it's done around the sides. I ended up taking the spray gun and doing the insides of the door real quick today, because I noticed I forgot to get that part done, because, you know, I'm not perfect here at Adventures Bound Garage. That should be my new name. Came out pretty good, looks good. But I'm kind of at a crossroads because a lot of these cars, you know, these buckets here are black. Sometimes they're painted the same color as the car. Sometimes the ground effects is painted the same color as the car. Sometimes the car is painted the same color. I personally like the silver ground effects and the black, you know, eye sockets, the black eye look on these cars. It's a sexy look to me. Again, the rest of the car has not been primed or sanded yet. I'm not even sure if there's a proper way or a right way to do what I'm doing. I'm just winging it, and it just makes sense to me to paint these and the ground effects, and then when I paint the car, then I clear coat all of it all at one time, which means when I go to spray the rest of the car, I'm gonna have to tape off the ground effects again. I'm gonna have to tape off this area because this will all be painted. I really don't want to paint this area once the car is painted, simply for fear of overspray or a screw up or anything like that. That way I can paint this, get the black on there, look at it. If I like it, then I'll leave it, cover it up, and then when we paint the car, then we'll clear coat it. I really hate to spray the car and then go back, mask this off, paint this, and have an issue with the black paint, whether it be, you never know, man, a bug can get in there or something like that. At least this way I can do it and be good with it, and then when I spray the whole car, then I'll clear coat the whole car at one time. There's, like I said, there's still a few areas on the car that I need to work on. I have not sanded the car yet. The car is still rough from the first coat of primer, but the ground effects is good. The whole front clip is done. So when I go ahead and I go to lay actual paint on this, like I said, we're going to cover this up, we're going to cover the ground effects up, we're going to spray it, and then clear coat it. But I'm going to go ahead and remasking this off, retape this off, and we're going to get the spray in and mix some paint. Sorry guys. The reality of filming, the things that you don't see, the things that you don't hear. One of these days I'm going to put together a video of nothing but bloopers, because I had to retake this like twice already. But anybody who knows me, I'm not that serious of a guy. I try to be serious, I try to teach, I try to learn, but I'm kind of a horse's ass at times. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and we're going to keep taping this up. Like I said, I don't know if this is what a regular body shop would do. I don't know if I should be painting this now or after. All I know is that the whole car is going to be clear coated. And I want to make sure this is clear coated. I want to make sure the ground effects is clear coated. So I got 3 different stages of paint going on in this car. And the major paint is going to be obviously the red, which we did finally pick out. So I don't want to get overspray on the ground effects, so I'm going to be taping that up. I don't want to get overspray on this, so I'm going to be taping this up. But it's kind of like surgery, because if you don't tape it just right, and obviously use the right kind of tape that doesn't pull paint off, because I don't want to tape up the ground effects down and this up and then pull that tape off and then boom, paint comes off with the car. So they do make paint or a tape that is just for this, but I have run into it where I have had issues. Like I said, I don't know if this is the right way to do it. This is for entertainment purposes only. But again, we're doing this out of my garage. We don't have no big production. We don't have no big paint booth. We don't have no big shop. This is out of a 20 by 30 garage. And you're going to have mishaps, you're going to have bugs, you're going to have overspray, you're going to have all kinds of problems. But I'm trying to take steps where I don't have those kind of problems. So I'm going to tape this up. Now, I did not get a quart of automotive or per se made up black paint for this. I didn't want to go with a regular enamel, which should have a shine to it or a sheen to it. So Duplicolor, I think it was Duplicolor at O'Reilly's. I think O'Reilly's I got it. I just got a quart of their already pre-mixed paint where, excuse me, you don't have to add hardener, reducer, and then you just put that in the gun and spray it. You're done. I haven't practiced with it. Now I have used that paint before. I don't ever remember having a flash agent problem where I would use pre-mixed, already ready to spray paint along with my regular clear coat. I have not had a reaction, a bad reaction. You know the reaction, you get fish eyes or it doesn't dry or cure. I haven't had that problem. So this is, I'll show you in a minute. It's a jet black. It's a black, kind of like a satin black, a real low sheen to it, which I don't think it'll, when I go to overspray the car, like I said, this here has a sheen to it as well, but it's not very shiny. Now I could just polish this and buff this and get a shine out of this clear coat or out of this ground effects, but we're gonna leave it a dull look. We're gonna leave this the dull look. And of course with the base coat, clear coat, the paint's gonna be dull as well. So I'm hoping that the whole car blends out really good. I opted out of clear coating the rims. I kind of like that flat yet satin look of the rims of the aluminum, because aluminum to me shouldn't be shiny. So we're not gonna make the rims shiny. We're gonna leave the rims the way they are. We got tires on order, we're gonna put tires on those. I think those rims came out beautiful. It was a little tedious, it took a little time to get them that way, but it was definitely worth it. Like I said, there's a bunch of YouTube channels out there, you know. One of my favorites, and I'm not afraid to give the guy a shout, man. I really like Bad Chad. Bad Chad to me is one of those guys that just gets it done. He learns on his own. You know, he's taught me a lot by watching the guy. He's really good. He's not a big production kind of guy. I like a lot of his custom work, and this isn't a plug for Bad Chad. I just like watching him because he knows what he's doing. At least I think he knows what he's doing. And he is getting by on what he knows and what he's learned over the years. And I kind of respect that because I'm doing the same thing. I'm winging it, I'm learning, you know, I practiced. And the only way you're gonna get good at doing anything is to keep on doing it. So, shout out to Bad Chad, man. I love that guy. He's awesome. Him and his whole crew. But again, guys, you can do this out of your own house. You can do this yourself. You know, if you got a project you're working on and something you're not sure about, don't be afraid to ask a buddy or go online or, you know, read a book, watch a video. This is what I'm doing. Now, is this going to be other guys out there going, what the frick is this guy doing? Yeah, those guys are out there, man. Those guys, I should have gone the whole thing, but I guess I'll do it again. I'm talking and not paying attention. Good enough? That might be enough. Just to cover it up. Now, like I said, I have not sanded the car yet. The hood is, I took it down with 400. It still has to be reworked. I mean, the whole rest of the car needs reworked. So when all this is dried up and set, I'll mask everything off and we'll go ahead and sand the rest of the car. All right, I'm gonna take you over here. I think that's pretty good. I sanded this down already with 600. It's nice and smooth. I'm gonna tack this off one more time, both sides. and we're going to get to spraying some paint on this. I think that's pretty good right there. I think that's pretty good. That's not one stick. There we go. And by the way, thanks to my subscribers, my current subscribers, and thank you for the new ones I've gotten since the last video. I seem to be gaining a couple subscribers at a time with my videos. Really appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. Always like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend if you like this kind of stuff. Subscribe if you want to follow to see this car to the end. We got another few weeks. Now we plan on buying the paint for this in 2 weeks. I'm giving myself 2 more weeks to get the body work done, to get the car prepped, and get it ready to spray. And of course, the weather. Now here we are. This is the paint I'm going to use. Now you've all seen this at AutoZone, Advanced Auto, or O'Reilly's. This is pre-mixed paint. I have used this before in the past. I like the sheen of it, and I have not had a problem with the flash of my clear coat that I use for the car. So we're going to go ahead and mix this up. We're going to use touch-up gun, a Harbor Freight touch-up gun, man. 45 PSI. You're going to turn the fan down a little bit, turn the pressure down a little bit, get this looking good. We're going to go ahead and open this up, mix it up. We need a stick. Go ahead and mix this up. Now always mix your paint. Again, this is already pre-mixed. You don't have to add hardener or reducer. I mean, you probably could add a little bit more hardener or reducer, depending on, you know, what you're doing or where you're spraying. If you want to thin it out a little bit or a little more of a dry time. But this is already pre-mixed. Nothing has to be done to this. I better turn that down. I don't want to get any trouble for any copyright. And let me get a filter. And I hope all your guys' projects are going well. I hope you're getting done what you need to get done. Hope it's all coming out good. Oh boy, yeah, you're gonna have to aid and support. Oh boy, kind of hold it so. Yeah, this is gonna be a trick. All right, like always, when I go to paint something, I like to show you guys that I got the pressure set. Come on down here. We're gonna look at this pattern real quick. It's perfect, just enough. We don't want too big of an overspray, too big of a fan, too much air. But we have picked the color of the car. And I don't know how well it's going to show you on the camera, but that is the color. It's got a nice heavy metal flake to it. It's going to complement the car really good with the picture I showed you, and I'll post it back up here for you so you can see what we're going for. But yeah, got our paint mix and we're ready to go. I'm going to tack this off one more time. There's no dust in there, nothing at all. Both sides. Like I said, I don't know. I don't know if I'm doing this the right way. I don't know if I should paint this first, last. I don't know. I'm going by what I think should be done here. We're just going to wing it and see how it works out. I'm going to go ahead and spray this. looks pretty damn good. Coverage is great. All right, move on to the next one. Whoops. Heavy. I think we're in good shape. I think that's going to come out beautiful. Looks like a raccoon. I don't see any fish eyes. I don't see any flashes or breaks in the paint. So we're going to call that good. Now, again, like I said like 10 freaking times already, I don't know if this is how it's done, but all I know is I'm going to be putting the final coat of paint on this, and I really don't want to have to go back and tape everything off and respray and spray these once the colors on the car or ground effects. So to me, being that there's so many stages of paint on this car, I think it's better that I do it this way. Now when this all dries up, I'll be able to tape this off, and hopefully when I pull the tape off, paint will come with it. But that there I think is pretty good. Come on in here. Look at the light. I may just leave that the way it is. I may not even clear coat that. I might just cover this up and leave it. I kind of like that sheen right there. I don't want it really glossy. That looks pretty good. That came out pretty good. I don't see any runs. I don't see any premature flashing of fish or fish eyes or anything like that. So I think I might hit that one spot one more time. Okay guys, it's your car. Let me hit that one more time. Just because I didn't like it. Much better, much better. Now when you're spraying, you want to make sure you don't see any areas where you can still see primer or any part of the previous color behind that. And to me, it all looks pretty deep, pretty uniform. You know, I might get a spot like that. I'll just hit this one more time. Better, much better. We're gonna go ahead and let this dry, call it done. I think it looks pretty sharp. I mean, I think that looks pretty sharp. I think that came out pretty good. That is pretty clear. Like I said before, it's got a shine to it. I don't think I'm going to clear coat that. I think I'm going to just, when this dries, when I paint the car, I'm going to mask this off and leave it that sheen. I really like that look. Really like that look. I don't know. I guess I'm on the fence about it. All right, so we have the fuel sending unit that's going to be here tomorrow or the next day. So we're still dealing with a fuel delivery situation because this was a computerized TPI car, and it went ahead and they switched it out to carburetor. So I went ahead and disconnected the computer. There's no more electronics in this car as far as sensors and stuff like that. So I have to put in a new send unit with a new electric fuel pump to get the proper pressure for this engine. It's got a 750 L-Brock on now, which is a little bit too much gas. I prefer a 600. I'm gonna see if I can adjust it down, but it runs really good. Yesterday I didn't show it, but we had a voltage issue. I ended up putting the new alternator in, so now it's charging, the car is charging. Like I said before, the suspension is done, the brakes are done, the interior is done. We're gonna sew up that seat, throw some seat covers on it, the headliner's done back up in the car, new steering column, new dashboard. Bodywork is just about finished. Like I said, I have not touched the car besides the hood since I primed it. I wanted to get the headlight buckets done, I wanted to get the ground effects done, and now, because I know there's going to be overspray in the air when I spray, so now I can sand the rest of the car. Once this is dry after a week, that's what I want to give this 3 or 4 days to dry up really good, maybe even longer than that. Let this paint dry up really good, and then tape it off, and then we're going to start working on the rest of the body and get this thing prepped within the next 2 weeks. Hopefully get the next 2 weeks, get this thing painted, which that really badass red is going to look so good on this car. And once that's done, we're going to get the new grill on there, we're going to get the new louvers on there, we're going to take all this tape off, we're going to get the rims on there, the new BF Goodrich tires. This thing's going to roll out of here looking cherry. It's going to be a beautiful car to cruise around for the summertime. But again, guys, if you stayed to the end of this video, thank you very much. Again, like, share, subscribe, stay tuned, because the next video you're going to see is going to see this car getting sprayed. We're going to be putting the actual color on this car in the next week or so. Then again, guys, thank you very much to my new subscribers, and thank you to my original subscribers. I am less than 50 away from 500, and that's my goal, to get that 500 follower mark. Thanks, guys. Love you all. See you in the next video. Peace. Again, I don't know if this is how body shops do it, but